experiences that I have in other museums and other interpretive centers that I remember the most are where I was transported, and it was through smell and sound, and it was voices. It was, I love the sound cone idea. You walk in underneath, but it's dark, and my attention is not distracted somewhere else. And I hear this voice that just tries to explain to me an infinitesimal little point about a belief system that I know nothing about.
It's important to realize that if I'm coming into a place to experience something, one of the teachings I had from my grandmother was I need to open my heart. I might not understand everything, right? But if I go there already challenging, then I'm going to walk away with nothing. But if I go there with some sense of realizing, like she's realizing, and I'm realizing, you know what, I'm never going to get all this, but however, I need to experience something that has the opportunity to enhance my life in some way.
We want this place to be valuable to you. By valuable, I mean it's a place that you want to come and visit, or perhaps a place that you'd like to bring your friends and family to, or perhaps a place that you're just simply proud exists because of the way it represents the region that you call home.
What we're working towards here is some kind of a story that people would learn and go away with, a strong story.
It's not written in books, you don't get it from books, it's within families. There's values and morals taught through stories. There's so many beautiful stories that our people have that I think the world could gain a great experience from.
I don't want people to come here and spend the whole day in the building because I want to spend some time outside as well. And so maybe I'd like to see the exhibits arranged in such a way that they can be taken in bite-sized chunks.
We talk about the possibility of somewhere there being a port that young kids who carry those
iPods
things around, they could plug in there and take away information which we prepare for them, which might be images, songs, historic photographs, video footage of our villages and so on. That they could take away to any school, any place, and there not be a copyright, but as a gift to them.
I want to be able to touch the exhibits.
Yes.
I went downstairs and I can touch the cedar and I can touch certain things.
Yeah.
But I would love to see how sharp that tooth is over there.
Yes, okay.
One of the roles I see the park has is to really make sure that we protect endangered species and rare species, to make sure that humans are stewarding those resources. And those are the things that people don't see. So things that are rare or endangered or underground or things that we've often, particularly post-contact, I think we've sort of run shot over them without realizing they were there. I'd like to bring awareness about those.
Today, pen hits paper, and we start to visualize what this center might be like, what people might see, do, experience while they're here.
And we would ask you today to cast your minds forward, and all the designing and all the building has been done, and it's all been done to your entire satisfaction. Then what is it you would like to do? And that is our beginning.
I joined this group because the entrance to this building is just, there's nothing.
It would be nice if there was a continuous, many benches that formed a continuous bench along the path.
Along the path or along that bus drop off?
Along the back of the bus drop off.
This is the walkway going up, yeah, you were talking about that sign. Yeah, so it would be something.
This by now is a grayish color.
Oh my God.
Weathered cedar, I think.
Would this be like that?
Something.
Yeah.
Values.
And this also would be cedar?
Yeah. Integral to the figure.
One of the first things I notice about here is the wind, for example.
Yeah.
It's such an important part of the environment here. They're sometimes concealing other things, but they're, they have a lot of imagery like that. That they're a bit about discovery too. So that's sort of a nice metaphor for a museum, I think, is the mask.
Yeah, that is cool. I like that. panels on the sides, stuck on the windows on the side, the walls, and all that kind of stuff.
All in here?
Yeah.
So
Get rid of the signage except for the hours of operation.
I guess for me, anyway, it's not just a whale hunt. It just seems like if I'm looking at that picture, I think, wow, that's really impressive, but I don't understand. But if somebody tells me about what went into it, that 6 months prior to this hunt, they were in a whaling shrine for 6 months, 3 months, preparing for that one trip.
I think it's critically important that we make a reference to the traditional Nuu-chah belief system, so that people can know that no, we don't have teepees, that no, we don't have, all that stuff that people sort of associate with pan-Indianism. We have a specific belief system that's rooted in this geography.
Thank you, everybody, so much for joining us today. This has gone even better than I had hoped for.
For us, and if I can speak for my colleagues, this has been a very exhilarating experience, and to hear your stories as you tried to get me to draw the bride was really fascinating. I think this means that should they be built, that they will be very impelling exhibits. I found I was quite fascinated, so thank you very much for the experience. Did you guys have fun?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.